Alright. Whoa! Go, 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 go. Oh no, no, no! As soon as I click this door. Hey guys, it's Subtractem once again. Just kidding. Just thought I would kind of take stock of where I'm at right now, and I wanted to make a kind of like a league start diary. Partially just for my own sake to kind of take stock of where I'm at, follow my journey, look at where I made mistakes, look at where I made good choices, and maybe it'd be fun for you guys to just follow along as well. So this is kind of just like a diary, a public diary for y'all, and just gonna kind of be just dump everything that's happening, try to put it in like a 10 to 15 minute video max every few days, and it'll be hopefully it's interesting to you guys to like just see where someone who you look at the end of the league, I'll be sitting there with 3 headhunters or 10 headhunters, double corrupting them, 500 exalts, and just seeing my humble beginnings. I am not a league start champion. I'm just like the little choo-choo train that keeps on chugging, and that's usually how I am decently successful in a league. Is I just keep on going. I have friends that already have headhunters. I have 3 exalts right now. I am not like the league start champion, and just want to talk about how this went. So, as you saw from the silly little clip at the beginning, and there was 9 hours of that in my first day of streaming on Friday. It was, everyone knows how bad Friday was. We don't have to go into too much detail at it. But it started off really, really nice for me. I was 103 in the queue. I was ready to go like an hour before. I got right in the queue, and in fact at the end of Act 2, I was top 100 in the world. Like, and, a lot of that is because the queue was moving so slow, absolutely. But even competing against other people that queued really early and getting lucky, I felt like all my practice, speed leveling, and having a plan paid off. And I was just feeling really confident. I was gonna hit Axe in like maybe 5 hours. Absolutely not a record time, but record time for me. And I had a whole strategy, and it was going to be great. And I wanted to get ahead of everyone, get my Burning Arrow build going, yada yada. Ended up just, spending 9 hours making memes, joking around with everyone. Got some nice, like, frustrated emotes that was for the channel, which was kind of cute. And, but yeah, after 9 hours of that, I just gave up. I didn't want to stream me just sitting in queue for another few hours. Gave up with that. Took a break, went for a walk, hopped in Discord with my buddies, and spent a few more hours trying to play. Every time we got kicked off the server, we would just load up a game of Heroes of the Storm, play a quick little 15-minute game, try again, get kicked off. We did that twice, and I called it at like 3 a.m. Moving on to day 2, I woke up early, checked Reddit, and looked like everyone said that everything was looking good, which was very exciting. And so I just blazed ahead, finished my Axe. I think it was like 7 to 8 hours played that I killed Kitava. Whatever. I ended up, like, it took me 3 labs just to get my normal lab done on Friday night. Like, it was bad. So I don't feel too bad about that. So, and honestly, I think that's probably still my record. Previously, maybe my record was 10 hours. Like, I'm still not like a super fast leveler, but feeling good about the improvement there. And then I kind of just like no-brained through the maps, didn't really do anything special there. I thought like, okay, I'm just gonna get like 50 chaos and then start buying pieces for my build. And maybe run coves and stuff, get primordial cards, maybe get 1 or 2 stones or pieces there, and then I checked the prices, and little did I know that there's a very interesting intersection of unlucky stuff for me here, where and for everyone that was following my Burning Arrow video, not only it wasn't just Burning Arrow, but a combination of a lot of people just playing Elementalist in general. and then there's actually a lot of people doing 6-link flame wall with kinetic blast, which is or power siphon, which is very interesting. Seem like I'm sure the build's fine. Seems not fun to me. It's a 2-button build, and you're like positioning is very awkward, but I'm sure it's fine. So anyway, I kind of just said, okay, I'll forge ahead. The prices are gonna drop in the next day. So I just kind of, and I got to like early to mid yellow maps. It felt fine. Like the damage is okay, but the way that you scale that damage, like I was trying to use a build that I could still transition to burning arrow. So I was still like going towards ignite. And if you want to scale ignite, the best way to do that is get those medium cluster jewels, and the base alone uncrafted was best case 40 to 50 chaos. So like I could have spent all my money and bought 2 of them. I think I had like 100 chaos. I could have spent all my money and bought 2 bases, not even crafted, just to scale a build that I'm not like, I'm already like feeling kind of bad that it's going to cost so much money to play like the #1 super expensive meta build. I was just like not feeling really good about it. I got to like, like I said, middle yellow maps. It was okay. But yeah, I was just losing my motivation. And I felt bad also because, based on prior data, Burning Arrow was a very good league starter in terms of value. And you can still get it going without all of the investment. Like you can make it work. But, I was expecting for 50 to 100 chaos, your build is just like not just barely working, but like going and in like doing decent in red maps. But with the combination of like just so much meta builds doing that, and there's even in fact other ignite builds that are going for those medium cluster jewels, not even just elementalist. not to mention the price of all the primordial stuff. Primordial eminence is like 50 chaos right now, and that's the 1 chaos throwaway jewel. Like crazy. So yeah, went to bed Saturday night, not really excited about the build. Like I was happy what I was able to play around with and make my build work through yellow maps. But to get it further, I was just like stalled, right? And I didn't want to spend a bunch of money where I was like losing motivation. So on to day 3, I woke up yesterday morning, not particularly excited to try that build. And since I first saw Exsanguinate, I was into it. Like a skill that costs life to cast. It has this like weird blood magic thing going. I like the feel of that. You're like a bloodbender and avatar type of thing going on. Kind of wish Katara used it a little bit more. Turned to the dark side a little bit in Avatar, but I like that whole idea. And so I was like, screw it. I don't even care. Like I was at the point now, and this is where creativity comes from, right? Now I'm operating in kind of this amorphous world where I can look into anything, and I lose those. I lose the shackles of plans. And this causes me to not have a lot of money the first week, but it does it does help me explore the game and learn more, playing around with the build. And then week 2, week 3, I'll start having my plans for making money, and I'll start getting like a couple exalts every day after that, and then 5 exalts a day, etc. I'll get momentum that way. I don't need a headhunter first weekend. So I went to YouTube, and hence my little intro here. Went to YouTube, typed in Exsanguinate, Path of Exile, first thing, Mathil. Okay. If there's one thing that Mathil absolutely kicks ass at, he is one of the best in the world at. It's like he will plan a build out just in POB, like a skill that doesn't even exist in the game, and the build will be like a solid B. Like right out the gate, it'll be a solid B build. And I watched his video on it. He had really, really good ideas. His gameplay, like he killed Conquerors with Exsanguinate with his build. It's just like, a little clunky self-cast thing, but good enough to get going. So I basically just carbon copied his build. Though the big change that I did, I don't really understand why he's using a shield instead of 2 cold iron points. Maybe a shield for if I can get a really good shield that has like plus 150% spell damage or something crazy, and maybe a damage over time multiplier. Maybe that will beat 2 cold iron points, but right now, plus 6 to level of all of my physical skill gems is really, really good. So immediately, hilariously after switching, Exsanguinate just felt 10 times better to me. It's really, the chaining is really, really cool. Elementalist with your very juiced up stone golem totally counters all of the life degen from spelling it, or the life cost from casting the spell. And yeah, it was just fun. I wanted to use a skill and it was cool. I just leveled up the gem Natty. I bought a level 1 gem, and I just started in Blood Aqueducts, and I just pushed forward. I got all the way to like late yellow maps and early red maps, with very, very few changes to the build. Like I made a couple tree changes, but nothing really big. Slowly crafting pieces here and there with the gear, but nothing crazy. Like I'm just buying bases. Like I'm going to Craft of Exile. I'm looking at all of the mods for like, oh, look at a ring, look at all the mods. Like, oh, okay, there's vulnerability. And this is a really cool thing. Like, so I bought I think it was a Crusader base ring, and I put it in my essence tab, and I just went down the line. I didn't look at what the essence was. I went down the line and just clicked them all until I saw vulnerability on hit. I went through every single essence, and because you don't have to scour anything anymore. And my ring, like, it is garbage, nothing on it except for the vulnerability on hit, but I got it. I've been doing the same thing with all of my pieces of gear, just like slowly crafting, like the most important damage mods at least. And that's been nice. I'm at like tier 12 maps right now. It feels okay. I started making changes. So I grabbed an essence worm. I put, what did I put in it? I think I put Malevolence in my essence worm, and I am using War Banner and Arctic Armor. So I am pretty tanky, and I do decent damage. There's a couple different ways that we can scale stuff right now. I grabbed the physical large cluster jewel and got some of like the physical overwhelm damage reduction stuff there. I crafted a couple physical medium cluster jewels, like do physical damage over time. And the damage is okay right now. It's definitely nothing. I wouldn't make a video about this build yet, but there's a lot of potential here. I've already started experimenting with other things. I tried Petrified Blood with Angraud's Pain Attunement. It's interesting. Like against certain hits, I definitely can tell that I'm tankier, but the problem is it just I feel squishier a lot of the time. Like I don't think I even died with it, but there's something about being stuck at like, and so like the main problem is I'm usually like, when my life flask runs out, I'm at like 60% health. And so Pain Attunement isn't kicking off, and it takes me 6 passive points just to get over to Pain Attunement from where my build is. And I just don't think it's worth it right now. And so instead of reserving mana for Pain Attunement, I tossed in both War Banner and Arctic Armor, so I'm tankier and do more damage. I think that's just going to be better. I'll keep playing around with Petrified Blood. I really like the mechanic, but I can't make it work in a way that fits the build right now. But yeah, that's where I am right now. I guess, quickly about Ultimatum. It's a very cool mechanic. I like it. I think everyone likes it. I'm very excited to see what the inscriptions are like, what it feels like in the end game. If the rewards in T16 maps are like juicy and awesome and if it's worth doing an Ultimatum every single map. That's my main question. Like, I would say if I can average between 5 and 10 chaos for all 10 waves of an Ultimatum every single time I'm doing a T16 map, then it's totally worth it. The way that I look at it is doing 10 waves of it. Like, let's just say it's at least one more map of time to go through that, maybe even 2 more maps if, as soon as you have like a super fast build, it takes a decent amount of time. So it's between 2 and 3 maps worth of time to do it. So if I can average 5 chaos, 5 to 10, I would say 10 chaos per, you want to average 5 chaos per map. That's kind of my rule of thumb that I go with. Then it's worth it. We'll see. But I'm super, super excited and into it so far. Really enjoying the challenge and just like running the very dynamic gameplay. So yeah, it's pretty cool right now. The big thing that's on my mind, I guess, moving forward, and what I update for in like 3 days from now, is going to be, what do I do with the build from here? I have a bunch of ideas. I saw DS Lily, and I'm sure a few other people are playing it with a Spell Slinger right now, doing both Reap and Exsanguinate. I'm considering trying that. I don't know if that gameplay will really fit for me, although I really did love the old Volatile Dead Spell Slinger. So I'll try it out. I'm not really sold on that. The really, really cool thing that I want to do that I think fits Elementalist better is if we can do some sort of damage conversion. Do we can we convert to lightning and then cold, with Call of the Brotherhoods? Do we just do convert to fire and kind of lean into scaling physical damage as much as possible, and fizz to fire, avatar fire, we can get some fizz to fire gloves, etc., and and then we can kind of just get some nice Herald of Ash proliferation, and kind of even scale ignite through that and go back, kind of eke back towards where our original build plan was. Honestly, everything's on the table right now, and I'm excited to just try it out and see where this all goes. So yeah, thanks for just listen to me ramble here and do my little data dump. And if you enjoy this and you want to see where I go, check me out on Twitch. The link's in the description below. And subscribe and keep checking out my progress here. And I think there's a lot of cool stuff in store for Ultimatum. So catch you guys later. Thank you. Oh, we got in 7K that fast. Yo, do I have the priority queue? Am I a big streamer now? Let's go. Big streamer, priority queue.